Mr. Kapil was associated as a Chief Growth Officer in Intellectual Green Technologies, as well as he spent 3 years at Encon Intellectual Solutions Private Limited as Head Technical. He is MTech in Engineering and publishing 3 papers in journal. Today, Mr. Kapil will share his insights on IAQ solutions for a greener future. So, please welcome Mr. Kapoor.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for the opportunity. So, I was just hearing prior speakers. So, all of us are linked to the same industry, and nowadays, after pandemic, everybody is aware about the indoor contaminations, whether it is PM 2.5 or VOCs or odor or gases, and even the mold and radon. So, I guess mold and radon are the major culprits nowadays, but it is hardly talked about in India. And moreover, in India, you will shocked to know that we have outdoor air quality standards. But as of now, we are still following WHO reset well standards for IAQ. So indoor, it's in talk, but recently we heard that the governments are taking initiative towards the setting up indoor air quality standards. So sooner or later, it will be published in the gadgets as well. So today's topic for my end would be the greener future IAQ solution. So whatsoever IAQ solutions are available. So all of us are linked to the same industry. So like IAQ monitoring is the crucial step. So until unless we can't see or we can't measure the air, so after that we can't find the solution for the problematic whatsoever situation is there. So India has a different geographical locations, and according to that the problematic situation is different, or prominent pollutant is different according to the geographical location. So it is hardly it would be the vague thing to say that the PM 2.5 is the prominent or PM 10 is the prominent until unless we don't have the data. So as Naik sir and sir had rightly said, first step or crucial step is the measurement. So until unless we don't have any data of IAQ, because we can't see until unless it is very higher particle size which can't be seen by the naked eyes. So till then we can't decide which solution or with technical solution we have to implement. So which kind of filtration we need to implement, what are the sources which should be taken care about. So these are the things. So I'll just run through the PPT for the other things. So right. So we all knows that 3 to 8 liter drinking water is sufficient for one day for human being, and it should be drink about. But we hardly know about the facts. So normal adult or normal human being breathes in, breathes out 22,000 times a day, and approximate 11,000 liters of air we intake in 24 hours. And you can imagine the impact of the air. We all are inculcating chemicals, whether it is in the form of food, water, or air. But these are the three things which are the fuel for human body, and we should be aware about the quantity of contamination which we are inculcating or inhaling or eating or drinking. So lesser the things are there, lesser the problematic situations in the future, because human body as a machine. So later or sooner it will give you the impact. So it will give you the alarming situation that these are the conditions which are going to occur in future. So all of the health problems are related with these three parameters: food, water, and air. And out of that, air is the major thing which we are taking in quantum, huge quantum. So you can see the number. So 90% of the time, as Nike said, we are spending indoor, whether it is in car, offices, schools, or whatsoever is there. We hardly spend 10% of the time of our 24 hours a day in outdoors. So as rightly sir said, calculations are there. You can see that if you turn 40, you will be spending 36 of years in indoor, and you can see the impact of the same. So yes. So first of all, these are the numbers again which I have explained. So air pollutant, these can't be seen by the naked eyes. So you have to have implement the continuous monitoring system. So as sir rightly said, it should not be intermittent. Like today we have done the IAQ analysis, and after 1 month or after 1 week we are doing the same. but within a fraction of second air changes, and then you can't know what are the parameter and what are the problematic situation and what is the reading going on, whether it is under the standards or above the standards what we are breathing in. So only the thing is sensors will give you the right numbers and right data, and yes, the sensors which you are using or choosing, that should be certified and that should be calibrated. So these are the things. There are plenty of n number of sensors or cheapest sensors are available on online, and vendors are selling those at a lower price point. But yes, it's end consumers call which sensors they want to buy, and the ROI they should calculate. So whether it is a low cost sensor but it has a life of 6 months to 1 year, then after 1 year you have to again buy that. So these are the things which end users should know and should be aware about the same. So these are the major contaminations within the premises, whether it is houses, offices, or any XYZ indoor air space. So mold, bacteria, viruses, carbon dioxide, carbon mono, radon, lead, as we saw. There are plenty of them. If you go to the detail, there are plenty of them, but they can be subcategorized into the three things. What is the suspended particulate matter, which composite of the PMs and dander, pollen, and the the pet stuff. And then VOCs, odor, bacteria, viruses, these are the living organisms. So these are the major three contaminations: suspended particulate matter, living organisms, and the VOCs. These are the contaminant or the sources you can see. So if you see the bedrooms, so bedrooms are the bedrooms having the dust mites or dust and bacteria, viruses. These are the major contaminations in the bedrooms. And then for the washrooms, there's a mold formation and the stuff due to the moisture content which is growing up, which will give you the shortness in breath as well. And long term effect, there are plenty of long term effects which leads to the brain hemorrhage and the liver failure, as well as the lung failure. So as of now there is no solution for the lung. So after even after the lung transplant, so hardly human body survives for last 1 year or 1.5 years. So there is no solution for the lungs as of now. So as rightly said, there should be a source control or the removal, whether is it in the form of mold or the dust mites or the solid suspended particulate matter. Or yes, the CO2 is the major culprit as of now, and most of the buildings you might be experiencing that when you enter in any of the hotel lobby, you will feel good fragrance in that. So ultimately, that is again an aerosol load which you are inhaling. So what the industry is doing, and moreover, we also do in the same fashion in our cars. So we if we buy car perfumes or the pockets or the packets which give you the pleasant vibes or pleasant air. So that is nothing about the air treatment. Those are the just over masking. So they mask the existing problem and give you the pleasant smell, so that previously you were inhaling only single load, and now you are inhaling one existing load as well as the artificial load of aerosols. So if you go through the ingredients of those chemicals, so you won't use in your life. So these are having carcinogenic chemicals in that. So if you go to the ingredients and Google it out, so you will not use those kind of aerosols in your life again. Yes, then the improved filtration. So higher the efficiency of the filtration levels according to the one's requirement, that should be utilized. As per the Shri Ashray, the publication was published after the pandemic. The minimum 13 rating MERV filter should be used in the building premises. Then again, there are plenty of standards like green building standards or well standards reset. So they have their certain criteria for choosing filters. So these are again in detail for the source control, what are the contamination, how we can reduce them, improved ventilations. So these are the things. And nowadays, ERV concept is in very much popular in builder category, or even the residentials. High-end residentials are putting up the energy recovery ventilation. So for example, if you are having 45 to 50 degrees outdoors and you are maintaining 20 to 25 degrees indoors, so when you do the air exchange, there's a heat load extension in the attic. So to overcome or reduce that, the energy recovery systems are there, which will do the energy recovery from the inside to outside air. So yes, these are the some of the few key points which I have mentioned from my end. So nowadays everybody is talking about the carbon footprint, decarbonizing. So these are the things which we need to focus as an individual as well. So for example, if we are using electronic devices, so you should use the higher star rating values so that it has a lower power consumption. So, but yes, the quality comes at a price. So, 3 star. If I take an example of the ACs, so 3 star ACs starts from the 27 to 30,000 rupees, and 5 star ACs starts from 45, 43, 47, depending upon brand to brand. But yes, for a smaller scale size, you will be getting longer run benefits in terms of power consumption. So, lower the power consumption, lower the carbon footprints will be there. And nowadays, SEBI has recently passed a rule that the top 1,000 companies in India, they should give their data what they are doing in sustainability. So it is just started. So in the upcoming year, it will be mandatory for each and every company in India, whether it is SMEs or the small industries or even the offices as well. So they have to give their data what they are doing and what sustainability actions they are doing and how much power savings they are saving in the same stuff. So those will be monitored. So as previous speakers rightly said, the data is the key, and moreover, it will be now mandatory for everyone to showcase their data, what power consumption they are doing, and what decarbonizing method or sustainability whatsoever companies are following that. So these are going to be implemented in longer run. So yes, data collection is there. So until unless you don't have data, how would you implement solution? It would be vague thing to do that we can put up the MERV 13, MERV 14 filtration. So if you are putting MERV filtrations for the dust particulate matter, what about the mold formation? What about the living organism, VOCs? So accordingly, you have to choose the technologies. So recently after pandemic, UVGIs were pretty much in trend. So everybody saying UVGI लगा लो हमारा air quality बहुत better हो जाएगा. But the thing is, you need to understand UVGIs are meant only and only for the surface disinfection, not for the IAQs. Those will maintain your coils clean. Those will do the surface disinfection of the coils, but it will not be act as a primary solution for the IAQ. It is a secondary solution which will work at a source. So you talk to any of the consultants in this domain, they will accept that the UVGIs are for the surface disinfection, not for the direct solution for the IAQ, because it is mounted at the even after the coil or before the coil. So these are the things which we need to be aware about. So there are plenty of things. So like the knowledge sharing is the key, where we should design a solution or design a attic in a manner that the optimum efficiencies should be maintained in a lower price point or the pocket friendly price point. There are plenty of technologies available in India itself. So previously it was imported from the other countries, but nowadays plenty of startups are working in the same domain. There are plenty of indigenous solutions are available for the IAQ. So yes, we have to stick to the basic and then see what pocket-friendly things we can implement in quality manner. So that's it from my end. So thank you so much. So any questions I would love to answer.
Thank you, Mr. Kapoor, for briefing us about IAQ solutions for a greener future.